Got Medicaid? Paradise Dental's got you covered. Got you covered from the moment you walk in the door with some of Saipan's best smiles. Medicaid covers your fillings, your extractions, and your checkups with no out-of-pocket expense. And Medicaid covers all of your x-rays without any additional cost to you. So remember, if you've got Medicaid, you're covered. Don't wait for a toothache. Call Paradise Dental today. Come here often.
Hi, I'm Shauna Brenfleck, nurse practitioner and owner of Island Skin Solutions and Wellness Clinic. We are Saipan's only medical spa offering a wide range of services to meet your unique skincare goals. We offer exclusive medical grade skincare products that can only be purchased from a licensed medical professional. We also have the CNMI's only master esthetician who offers new patient consultations that include a mini facial tailored to your needs. Schedule your consultation today to get started on your skincare journey.
To Washington, I'm Jack Callahan, Fox News. European and NATO leaders will join President Zelensky of Ukraine at the White House tomorrow for talks with President Trump on ending Russia's war in Ukraine. The possibility of U.S. security guarantees now apparently on the negotiating table.
Zelensky is not arriving here at the White House alone. He will be coming along with a lot of European leaders as well. And Secretary of State Marco Rubio, he told Maria Bartiromo earlier that both sides are going to have to compromise to end this war.
You can't have a peace deal between two warring factions unless both sides agree to give up something and both sides agree that the other side gets something, right? Otherwise, if one side gets everything they want, that's not a peace deal. It's called surrender.
Now, the summit in Alaska ended with a ceasefire. Russia's war in Ukraine continues.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson at the White House. Hurricane Erin remains a Category 3 hurricane for now. Fox Weather's Jane Menard has the latest.
Erin expected to turn toward the west-northwest. Well, it's been on that track throughout the day today, but eventually it'll be a slow turn to the north. But as it travels through warm waters, low wind shear, the conditions north of the northern Leeward Islands are definitely conducive for continued strengthening. Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands have definitely felt the impact of Erin.
Forecasters say the storm will move well away from the U.S. East Coast, but riptides are still possible. Erin is the first Atlantic hurricane of 2025. It reached Category 5 strength before weakening, now a Category 3 storm. 3 men are dead and 9 other hurt from gunfire that erupted inside a packed nightclub in New York City. Police say several weapons were fired during a dispute early this morning. Officers say they recovered at least 3 dozen shell casings and a weapon at the scene. Those wounded in the shooting being treated at area hospitals for non-life-threatening injuries. America's listening to Fox News.
This is Jason Chaffetz from the Jason in the House podcast. Join me every Monday to dive deeper into the latest political headlines and chat with remarkable guests.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com
or wherever you download podcasts.
A Chick-fil-A location in Ohio has upset some locals with a reminder about a controversial customer policy. Fox's Paul Stevens reports.
It's the teen chaperone policy at a Chick-fil-A in Kettering, Ohio. That location saying anyone 17 and under must be accompanied by a parent, guardian, or adult chaperone 21 plus to dine in, and unaccompanied minors may be asked to leave. That policy aimed at rowdy young customers, drawing both support and criticism online. Not all Chick-fil-A locations have the same policies as they're separately owned and operated. A Chick-fil-A spokesperson telling Fox Business that this restaurant has set a policy specific to its location, which mirrors that of the shopping center that the restaurant is located in. Paul Stevens, Fox News.
9 teenagers have been charged in a deadly shooting in South Carolina that left a 16-year-old dead. Fox's Madison Scarpino with details.
Trey Dean Wright was killed back in June. Authorities found him lying in a roadway with multiple gunshot wounds, and he later died in the hospital. The next day, police arrested a 19-year-old man for his murder, and they arrested more and more teenagers as the weeks went on. Well, the local sheriff's office says that this all stemmed from a romantic rivalry. 19-year-old Devin Raper is accused of pulling the trigger during an argument with Wright. The victim's 17-year-old girlfriend, Gianna Kistenmacher, is accused of bringing Raper to the scene, knowing he was armed and would likely kill her boyfriend. Prosecutors then filed more murder charges against 18-year-old Hunter Kendall, 18-year-old Corinne Belviso, 17-year-old Sydney Kearns, and 4 others.
4 others not being named because some reportedly are under the age of 18. U.S. Steel says preparations for routine maintenance may have led to the explosion that killed 2 people at a coal processing plant near Pittsburgh on Monday. The investigation suggests the blast happened when a gas valve was flushed. I'm Jack Callahan. This is Fox News.
Hey, I'm Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy Podcast. I hope you will join me every Tuesday and Thursday as we navigate life together and hopefully find ourselves a little bit better on the other side.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas, together we ignite. So join the palm trees, we dance through the days, the rhythm and soul, so many ways. Together we rise through the moments we share. Good morning, Marianas, feel the love everywhere. Wake up to the sunshine in the morning light. Good vibes all around, everything feels right. Brad on the show, bringing joy to our day. Into the Marianas breeze, let the worries drift away. Yeah, that was the air. Connection grows stronger. We show that we care. Rock on to feel the soulful flow. Look right on in Mariana, that's where you belong. The sweet island breeze and the ocean's embrace. Brad's got the stories, sunlight repays. Southside meditated, fall in this ride. Yeah, we're shining with love as our guide. So raise your voices high, let the music play on. Good morning, Marianas, we're where you belong.
Good morning, Marianas. morning. We're back again. It is Good Morning Marianas, and it is a beautiful day. 7:45 in the morning on this Monday. Oh my God, it is August 18th. How are we past the halfway mark of August already? Well, don't worry about how, just know that it did happen. Hey, it's a beautiful day outside, 82 degrees. There is a light rain around parts of Saipan. Outside, it's just a little grayish here, but it's going to be sprinkling a little bit from place to place. 82 degrees outside, humidity's at 89% up at the Saipan International Airport. That's right, the place where you can fly. Today we're looking at mostly sunny skies, the high near 87. It's going to be a little breezy, not too much, out of the east, 9 to 13 miles per hour. Going to be nice again tonight, just like last night. Tomorrow we're looking at scattered showers and thunderstorms, so get ready for that. If you were thinking about cutting your grass, today is the day. We're looking at tomorrow, partly sunny skies, high near 87. Wind's going to be about the same, but with gusts as high as 21 miles per hour. So it's going to pick up a little bit tomorrow. So today, again, if you were thinking about cutting your grass, tomorrow's not the day. Today's the day, if you could sneak it in there. And what a beautiful night it was last night. Holy cow, man. I'm telling you, skies were gorgeous. You could see all the stars out there and about 1 billion satellites. I don't know how many of them are Starlinks, but SpaceX is all the way up there big time. You can't even count them anymore. There's so many going in different directions, back and forth. And we saw a really weird one last night where it was like all of a sudden we saw this bright flash out of the sky, and then a flash, and then a flash. And it wasn't an airplane. I mean, you could tell the difference of an airplane. It was way, way higher up in the sky. And I was Googling it. I said, ooh, that could be reflecting off the sun. The sun! What are you talking about? Probably not reflecting off of the sun. When it's that dark. If it was, though, it wasn't like a constant thing. It was flash, flash, flash. So if it was reflecting something, that sucker was tumbling up there in the sky. Still kept on its regular trajectory, but again, flash. And this is the only reason why that one in particular caught up our eye while we were watching it. And laying at the beach last night, enjoying it in between the sprinkles of rain that came down. And it was just, again, a nice, beautiful way to end your family weekend. Just hanging out at the beach at night, little fire, little food, just laying back in the chair or up, or just laying in the water, floating in that salt water, getting a little vitamin C. It was great stuff. Anyway, beautiful way to do it. I don't know how you guys try to end the weekend. I try to end the weekend at the beach with the fam because nothing says... nothing helps me relax and get ready for Monday morning like doing that on a Sunday. Probably one of the few things that I have carved out in my schedule that I make it as a must do. All right, well, hey, you know what you must do? If you want to keep watching this show, you got to pay for your bills. You got to go to work. If you got a phone or if you got the internet or something like that. And if you want to get to work, you got to know what it's like to get there on the roads right now. So let's take you around Saipan a little bit. And right now, it's a little busy for folks trying to get to the intersection that matters at the corner of the place where connections matter. IT&E, right over there in Chalanquiza, where Middle Road meets Chalamonseñor Guerrero. It is a little bit busy over there. Folks trying to hustle and bustle their way along in the Marianas. But let's take a look, see if it's at how it's looking everywhere else. Again, school hasn't started yet, but it's going to start very soon. So it's going to be coming. Right now, all the roads looking mighty green. Sometimes they even just pop all over the place like that. And even there in Piau's looking good. Chalamonseñor Martinez, except by Knapp, because this is that drop-off time over by Saipan International School, and there's a whole bunch of people over at the Nutrition Assistance Program. How about things going on? Oh, Happy Market, folks over there trying to get a little merienda before they get off and on today. You know where it's also slow? This is a regular place where people get hung up. People trying to go up the hill and around the back island road, or people coming down from the other way. Maybe they just should move to the each other's villages, and I think they'd be fine. Anyway, Chalamonseñor Guerrero, anywhere between Mango 6 and San Vicente, it's starting to slow down a little bit, and folks coming down the hill are too. But the good news is if you're coming from Aslito, that's a problema. You can get through without an issue. over there in San Vicente, again, because the school is not open, you don't have a problem at all. You can get through Issa Drive just fine. But that's not the only place where traffic exists on the Back Island Road. No, you go through Papago, things are looking mighty fine too. How about over by Cagman? No problem. What about the Saipan Shopping District? What are you talking about, Garapan? No, I'm talking about the Rodeo Drive of Saipan. It's up there on Capitol Hill, New Sarah Market, Capitol Hill Market, and Zenu Market. That's actually, they're all like right next to each other, and there's no problem with traffic there today either. Looking pretty good. How about when you get down over there by Enos Kitchen, where you're thinking about lunch already? Not a bad idea. Enos Kitchen is not having any problem with traffic. How about all the way down Middle Road through Puerto Rico? Man, looking really good. The only time you're seeing a little bit of holdup right now in Saipan is when you get to the intersection by American Memorial Park and the tennis courts / pickleball courts. That's starting to get a little bit hectic if you're trying to come out of Garapan or if you're trying to head north. But have no fear, you're going to get through it. Just don't be expecting to fly through there. You got to wait a little bit before you can hit that 45-mile-per-hour zone when you're heading north. All right, everything else on Middle Road looks pretty good. How about over by Quartermaster? Even Quartermaster looks good, guys. You're in good shape. You're in good shape all the way past Quick Steam Car Wash, where you can go in there and get your car done for as low as $25. While we talk about Quick Steam, oh my God, guess who's going to be our newest sponsor? You got to love them. All right, now, oh my God, Commonwealth Zoning Board, the old ITNE. Is that really the name of the street? All those years, I never knew it was called Fafa Place. It's the armpit. Oh my God, that is so great. Fafa Place. All right, well, everywhere from your Fafa to Chalmatinho Guerrero is starting to slow down a little bit as folks are trying to make their way along Middle Road south. No, but man, that is great. How did I never know all those years that was Fafa Place? All right, well, we're telling you all about that traffic, but you can get yourself out of that traffic by hopping on the blue line with Transit CNMI. Transit CNMI, they've got the blue line. The blue line can take you all over the place, and you don't even have to have a headache about it. And you can find out where the buses are and all of that by going to their live thing. Their live feed. And by the way, you only have to spend $2 to get anywhere you want to go on Transit and NMI. Now that's one way. That's not round trip. But anywhere you want to go is like $2 on that fixed route service. And if you're a student, a veteran, if you're active duty military, you're Monamco, or you're an individual with disabilities, that's half off, baby. That's only $1 per ticket. And you can get on the ride from 6:30 to 8:30. 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 at night, and on the weekends they give the drivers a little extra time to get to their family. Open from 6:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Gotta love it. Transit CNMI. They are all over the Marianas and doing it for you. They're going to keep expanding their service throughout the CNMI to Tinian and Rhoda. Right now, mostly just Saipan, but they are coming for you. Don't worry. They are great, and they are looking to come to your place as well. All right, folks, time for us to get into some of our headlines. We've got a lot of folks to talk about for sure. And man, I'll tell you what though, before we do, what's one of the things you got to do before you go to the house every day? You got to brush your teeth. And if you like your teeth, you got to take care of them. And taking care of them means that you've got to have an active dental plan. And most people have one. If you're one of those folks who don't have one, hey, then it's easy. Go to Paradise Dental Spa and ask them about their Island Smiles discount dental plan. It is the only discount dental plan in the entire Marianas. And if you do have a dental plan already, do you know how much you're paying? A lot of people don't. Check out your paycheck. See how much you're paying as your little automatic deposit, the deduction that goes out. Is it more than $4 per paycheck? $5? $6? If you're paying more than that, you're paying too much. Paradise Dental Spa. They have the Island Smiles discount dental plan. For if you're single, it's $4 a paycheck. If you're a couple, $5 per paycheck. If you're a whole family wants to get covered, $6 per paycheck. Are you kidding? No, I'm not kidding. Give them a call at 234-4040. That's Paradise Dental Spa. Even better, why don't you just go down there and meet them, because they're awesome people. Everybody down there is going to give you a big smile. And when you leave there, you'll be leaving with a cleaner smile, too. You got to love it. Go down there, give them a call today, 4040 Paradise Dental Spa. Turn your into an All right, good morning. Here we go. 7:55. That got us through your traffic, got us through your news, it got us through your weather. How about that? We're just flying along over here, folks. Remember, our phone lines are open for you. You want to talk about something? You got a question for us? You got a comment? Maybe you just got a good joke, because we could all use one. Give us a call, 789-2323, 789-2323. All right, folks, I want to say hey to everybody who's tuned in already this morning. Great to see you guys. Toba Castro, the man, the myth, the legend. Already looking, he's promoting us over there. I love this guy, man. He is just the best. Eric Mofness, my veteran brother. Got to see him over there with the USS Shoop that's in town. That's right. I think, was it Salt and Pepper or TLC? I can't remember which one made that song. I think it might have been Salt and Pepper. Anyway, the Shoop Doop, it pulled in yesterday morning, and they're going to be here all the way through the 21st. And so you're going to see a bunch of sailors all over the place in Saipan. And if you've got a business, that is good news. So thank you to the Shoop. They're going to be doing some ComRel, that's called Community Relations. They'll be out and about today and out and about on Wednesday. They've been coordinating with folks from the Commonwealth Bureau of Military Affairs, that's Special Assistant Ed Camacho's group, and our former DPS commissioner and the former lieutenant colonel, retired lieutenant colonel from the U.S. Army, helping to put all that stuff together. So you're going to see some folks out there cleaning up beaches and areas and all that stuff, and we'll say thanks to those guys. Also, you'll probably see them out and about at night, too. All right, who else do we got out there? Joshua Brizzle. Josh, I'm telling you, man, I was thinking about you when I was looking up at the stars last night. We got a great beach where there's like no light pollution. It is great. I'm like, dude, this is where you need to set up your gear, because it's a little bit to get down there. It's not that bad. It's a lot. It's more difficult than what you're doing when you're going up there to Bonsai and stuff. But I'll give you a little heads up on where to go. It's a great spot. And I should have gotten my my tripod out last night. I just I didn't want to think about it, like doing all the photos. I just wanted to relax, and I took a couple of photos, like crank it up with the phone. But I'm telling you, it's a great spot, man, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. All right, who else we got out there? Excuse me. Ooh, Arlene, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you this morning. Travis, Lister Last Shop Bar. Great to see you, man. And by the way, I got to tell you, if you're having fun watching the show, it's even more fun having fun in the comments with everybody, because I have a great time trading jabs with friends when we're joking about each other in the comment section and on WhatsApp. So, by the way, if you want to WhatsApp the show, you can, 789-2323. And you can call us over there, too. You can text us at that number. And, yeah, so we get into all that fun stuff. Yeah, Tobot says, I got to prepare for crazy traffic tomorrow for the back to school. Well, I'll tell you what, the back to school is going to be interesting for one former NMI in PSS employee. We had her on the old page over the weekend. I couldn't get to it on Friday. But we did pop it up there on Saturday. As a former contracting officer, in fact, I'm going to pull it up here so I can show it to you guys. Where is it? This is the big indictment that everybody is talking about right now. Here, let's bring this up here on the old share screen so you guys can see it. This was filed last week, and kind of a big deal. This is a biggin'. It's a big 12-count indictment where the feds allege Giselle Boutalid and her mom, Clarissa Adlawan, laundered, embezzled, and tried to hide what they were doing to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars from the CNMI public school system. Kind of crazy. We'll walk through all of it this morning and talk about it. And man, you know, so we closed the show down early on Friday. And because we had to go to the pre-arrival meeting for the ship. That's how we found out that the ship was coming, and the details about the ship, so we could prepare like the welcome reception stuff and all of that stuff. But apparently there was a warrant delivered, executed by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Like, I missed it. It was in our building with this company. So basically, they allege that the mom and the daughter started a company and created it, and said because of what she was doing, that she was able to use her position to create a need that didn't exist for these modules for students, and that they were the only ones who were licensed exclusively to provide these products from this other legitimate company in California, which they weren't, but they created a whole bunch of stuff to show that they were the only ones who were able to do it by falsifying this stuff. And then they spent all this money through PSS to get all this stuff, except they didn't get it. They just took the check from PSS and did not deliver the modules for the students. And that is just wild. It is just wild. Hold on, let's see if I can show you on here. Not that one, not that one. Yeah, I mean, this is basically it here. This is the, let me give you the little summary here. So, and this, we posted this over the weekend because we just couldn't get to it. So apparently it's between October of 2021 and December of 2022. They submitted fabricated vendor quotes alongside One Legacy's own bid to make it appear competitive. So they created fake quotes. So it looked like multiple companies bid for it, but they didn't. And then they claimed the sole source rights by forging an exclusive international distribution agreement with that California-based education company. Again, that didn't happen. And then they charged PSS for materials such as student modules, online course subscriptions, and educational kits from that legitimate U.S. vendor, even though the products were never delivered. One example is that on July 21st of 2022, Batal had issued 14 requests for quotations for 217 kits from an Idaho company. One Legacy, which is the company that her and her mom owned, responded with quotes totaling $113,020 while supplying 28 fake competitor quotes to make it appear legitimate. PSS paid One Legacy shortly before Batalad and Adlawan withdrew tens of thousands in cash. Then it goes to the money laundering and the luxury spending. According to this indictment, it says that they laundered proceeds through frequent structured withdrawals designed to avoid bank reporting thresholds. Funds were allegedly transferred to the Philippines using back-to-back ATM transactions. Prosecutors also allege that the stolen funds were spent on luxury goods and travel, including $1,140 at a Prada store in Guam, $940 at the Shangri-La Hotel in Manila, and $3,200 at Louis Vuitton in Guam. The indictment details a pattern of rapid withdrawals before a first-class trip to the Philippines in September of 22. Here's what they're charged with: conspiracy. They're charged with 5 counts of theft concerning programs receiving federal funds. They're charged with money laundering conspiracy, illegal monetary transactions over $10,000, and 4 counts of structuring financial transactions to evade reporting requirements. Now, if they're convicted, they could face a lot of prison time, a lot of fines, and the forfeiture of any property or money derived from any of the schemes. The U.S. Attorney's Office is seeking a money judgment and authority to seize substitute assets if necessary. It's a big deal. All right, so you're going through it here, and this is not a local case. This is through the federal court. You don't want to be involved in this. This is some of the background information. But so here's the thing. According
to Batala's job description at public school system, OCI, her duties included keeping accurate records and data relevant to federal grant projects and reporting this information to the grant director. This is where they say that she used her position specifically to be able to make this work. Here it is in this next one. The position provided Batala with access to critical information and data, such as the electronic signatures of the other managers, vendor invoices, and funding information of the program, which in turn enabled her to access and exploit PSS procurement process. She used her access to forge and falsify documents, resulting in PSS purchase orders for educational material from legitimate third-party companies through One Legacy, while hiding from PSS that she and her mom owned it. Yikes. So they're saying that they just plan to make some money off of it. And they charged PSS for materials they neither requested nor received. Dang. All right. Here's the one. It says, that was just one of them. It says, on or before October 13th, that Batala, acting in her official capacity for PSS, issued and caused to be issued 3 requests for vendor quotes for approximately 750 student modules, a product made by Company One, and they're not including that company because they're not involved in all this, which is an educational company, educational material company based in Michigan. And said that they caused quotes totaling like over $23,000. Another one, and that's just a small one. Here's another one for $24,000, and there was another one. Here's another one about $50,000. Yeah, so there's $52,500 on that one, and then they ended up getting a check for $113,020. And what happened after that is wild, because when you read on longer, they cashed that check at the bank and took that trip to the Philippines. Yeah. Must be, I bet that was a fun trip. And that was just for the overall thing. That was under count 1. Hold on. Count 1, which is... hold on. Well, that's the overall thing. Hold on, let me scroll down a little bit. Yeah, so count 2 was the theft concerning programs receiving federal funds. Count 3 is also about the federal funds. Count 4 is theft, another theft. Here's count 5 is another theft. Count 6 is another theft. Count 7 is the money laundering. And that's where they said from November of 21 to December for 22. So for 1 year, they went on a tear and of concealing all this stuff too and laundering it so they could get it out of the country and not be tagged in the meantime. And how did they do it? They said they promptly made frequent cash withdrawals from the One Legacy account after a fraudulent PSS payment. It says, for example, shortly after depositing that check for $113,000 in August of 22, they cashed several checks totaling $26,000, made at least 4 cash withdrawals totaling $34,000, and withdrew an additional $2,400 from ATM machines before flying first class to the Philippines in September of 2022. They also frequently made financial transactions in a manner to evade currency transaction reporting requirements imposed on domestic financial institutions, such as withdrawing or obtaining cash in an amount just under the reporting threshold in a single transaction, or withdrawing or obtaining more than $10,000 in cash through 2 or more smaller transactions in amounts under the reporting threshold. Notably, the checks and withdrawal slips to claim the cash was for an undefined reimbursement or payroll or expenses relating to office renovations. Although neither Batala nor Adlawan nor One Legacy's tax returns reflect such expense, and One Legacy did not have a formal office at the time of the transactions, but at most occupied a counter at another business. Then they also talked about withdrawing the money from ATMs in the Philippines, conducting back-to-back transactions minute after minute, thereby transferring more than $26,000 from the United States to the Philippines and using PSS money from the One Legacy account to stay at luxury hotels and shop at high-end stores. And those are some of the things that we talked about, those expenses, the Prada in Guam, Shangri-La in Manila, and the $3,200 spent at Louis Vuitton in Guam as well. Count 8, illegal monetary transactions. That's when they talk about the in transactions later higher than $10,000 and affecting interstate and foreign commerce, to wit, the withdrawal of $14,800 from the One Legacy account, which property was derived from a specified unlawful activity. Okay, so by taking more than $10,000 out from stuff that they did already, that the feds alleged to be illegal. All right. Then they have the structuring, and that's how they purposefully evaded currency transaction reporting requirements. You know that if banks see that you are doing something out of the ordinary, they're supposed to report that stuff to the federal offices, right? Federal Bureau of Investigation and all that, or the Treasury. And so what they ended up doing is doing it just under those amounts, and they're showing them here one by one. On December 9th, $3,000, $6,000, $8,000 for cash withdrawals and cash checks. Then here's another one. Here's another count from May of 2022. 6,000 cash withdrawal, 8,000 cash withdrawal. Then 6 ATM withdrawals totaling $3,000 on one day, and then another $6,000 cash withdrawal, the following day. Then they cashed a big check, and then they cashed another big check on August, and then everything went ham in August and September of 2022. $10,000 cash withdrawal. Then the next day, another $10,000 cash withdrawal. And then the next 2 days later, $2,000 cash to check. Then within a week later, all that, like $6,000 cash withdrawal. Then 4 ATMs at $1,200. Then the next day, 4 ATMs for another $1,200. And then they had another big cash check. Then another $1,200 from ATMs. And then another $5,000 cash check. And this is the stuff where they ended up, by the way, that's not even done yet. More ATMs at $1,200 because that's probably the daily limit. And then you've got September 13th, another withdrawal of $8,000. And then 2 days later, another $2,000. I'll tell you what that stuff is doing, that was prepping for their trip to the Philippines. That awesome trip that it must have been, where they did all that stuff. I mean, that is just crazy. That is just crazy. You know, when I read about these things, like, why, like, how do you think, like, did they know? I mean, like, I could almost say that it's possible that, maybe they just made a really good deal, but no. They forged all those other quotes that didn't come from anyone, according to this, right? And then they never bought the stuff that they said they were buying and never delivered it to PSS. So it's not like they made a good deal. When you see it structured like that, it just screams total plan to defraud PSS. It's awful. And it really seems like the only people that suffered from this are the people of the Marianas and the schools, like the students. And it's going to make it harder for people to get legitimate vendors to get things through when you got stuff like this going on. These kind of shenanigans, like people who could really help public schools, they're not going to be able to get that same stuff across. It's going to be harder for them to get across the finish line. You know how everybody talks about, oh, there's so much red tape. Oh, it's so hard. You got to go through all these checks. It takes forever. And then the payment, oh, forget it. It's terrible. You know why? It's to try to avoid stuff like this happening. And now the only thing that this is going to end up doing, it's going to make it more difficult for folks who are trying to do legitimate business with PSS, the folks who are trying to get real materials to the students from the Marianas, or in the Marianas. So, okay, hold on one second. It's specifically about this story, so hold on one second. Okay, so here we go. This is a statement from the Office of the Commissioner of Education. It says the public school system does not provide comments on matters that are before the courts or judicial authorities. We emphasize, however, that PSS has strict policies in place consistent with applicable regulations to safeguard against any misuse of both local and federal funds. All right, so that's great. That is terrific. Hold on one second. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so that's it. So that's the official statement from PSS. It's the only one that we've got. So I want to say thanks to PSS for getting that to us. But again, that's the only one that we've got for it. So one sec. Let's see if there's anything else that came through. No. Oh, looks like we got a call coming in from Tinian. One second. Updates on Tiro. Thanks for calling the show. Who's this?
Hey, this is David from Tinian.
David, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Mariana.
Hey, thanks for calling. What's going on?
Just, I want to put my thoughts into the thing that has been taken out from PSS.
Yes, please.
My God, my goodness. There is no dual control on that part. Any money transaction and fundings from federal grant and cinema grant or whatever local fund, they should have a dual control so that the money, the funding is safeguarded. Nobody can just go on a spree of just taking out money. There's no dual control. There should be a dual control where there's numbers that be punched in order for it to access that kind of funding.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work for an armored truck company in South Carolina, Garda Cass Logistics Smart Technology. And there is no way that you can steal that money. There's no way. They do have a dual control where there's numbers that's been punched in, in order for you to access money, even to get gas and fuel, diesel or gas. That's a disgrace. That's a negligence from the PSS, whoever is the higher up, from the top down. I think the person has been premeditating, studying how things are going, and when they saw a road out, they took it, and they left. But I don't know the actual story, but I heard about it, about you mentioning about PSS. It's enough. We don't even have enough money for the kids, the educational system. But Brad, I would like to bring up something, too, regarding the track and field down here on the island of Tinian.
Okay.
The Tinian High School. The track and field is in the jungle. When you compare the track and field in Saipan and compare our track and field here on the island of Tinian, the Tinian High School, I would love to show it to you so we can air it out, fly a drone over it.
Yeah.
We spend thousands and thousands of dollars, maybe millions. And now it's only the tangan-tangan, the bushes are enjoying it. It's overgrown. Even in Tinian High School, we need to pressure wash all of the sidewalk because, it's slippery for the kids. It's not safe. When you go down along the way down to Department of Public Safety, their surrounding is not safe. when you look at it, it's in a rubble. They have damage from U2. It's still hanging on until their pala-pala at the backyard. Now, if you go to THC, when you look at it, I think the director of Keep Neighbors is doing a great job getting the militaries involved, getting help from them. It's a good clinic. It's clean. I went there to pick up medicine, and it's I see people. It's like a Washington D.C. takeover kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You see militaries all around, and they're cleaning all the hospital, even the surroundings, inside and out, being gutted out. But the public safety, when you go around and surround, there's all damages, like broken vehicles all around it, and then the backyard is in the rubble and big bushes. And when you look at it, it's not safe. And it's a big word saying Department of Public Safety. Well, Brad, that's the concern. And good morning, Marianas, and I hope we can get those things going and out of here. Thank you so much. Stay safe, Brad.
Hey, thanks so much, David. I'll tell you what, the good thing is over there in Tinian, those guys get stuff done, and I know they can work together. When the mayor and the delegation works together, I mean, they can do anything over there. They get it knocked out pretty fast. So if they've got that heads up, they got that need expressed to them, I bet they can work together and get that stuff done. That the mayor and the senators and the representative and the council over there, I'm telling you, something about Tinian, the way they stick together, they just get stuff done. And it is pretty impressive to watch how quickly things get done over here from Saipan's side. All right, well, hey, it is 8:22 in the morning. What we're going to do, we're going to take a real quick break, and then we're going to come back with more of your calls and comments and the news and the sports and the weather. We're going to do all of it. All right, folks, we're not going anywhere very far. We'll be back here in just a sec.
Got Medicaid? Paradise Dental's got you covered. We've got you covered from the moment you walk in the door with some of Saipan's best smiles. Medicaid covers your fillings, your extractions, and your checkups with no out-of-pocket expense. And Medicaid covers all of your x-rays without any additional cost to you. So remember, if you've got Medicaid, you're covered. Don't wait for a toothache. Call Paradise Dental today. Come here often.
Hi, I'm Shauna Brenfleck, nurse practitioner and owner of Island Skin Solutions and Wellness Clinic. We are Saipan's only medical spa offering a wide range of services to meet your unique skincare goals. We offer exclusive medical grade skincare products that can only be purchased from a licensed medical professional. We also have the CNMI's only master esthetician, who offers new patient consultations that include a mini facial tailored to your needs. Schedule your consultation today to get started on your skincare journey.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
With a little help from his friends, I'm Daria Albinger, Fox News. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky will meet with President Trump tomorrow at the White House. And Fox's Jared Halpern says the leader of the war-torn nation will have backup.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky returns to the White House for the first time since that infamous Oval Office meeting in February. This time, he'll be joined by European and NATO leaders, including European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, French President Emmanuel Macron, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, and Finnish President Alexander Stubb. President Trump is expected to outline the contours of a potential peace agreement to end the war in Ukraine following his Friday summit in Alaska with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Jared Halpern, Fox News.
The NYPD is looking into a deadly shooting early this morning at a Brooklyn nightclub.
Investigators say at least 4 people opened fire at the Brooklyn Lounge in what they believe is a gang-related shooting. Community crisis management teams have now been dispatched to escalate tensions among gangs. The shooting is a reminder of a key issue for voters in the upcoming mayoral election, which is less than 3 months out. Zohran Mamdani, who has walked back his previous comments on defunding the police, praised first responders this morning, and then later today doubled down on his campaign promise to bring violence interrupters to New Yorkers through a new city agency he wants to create. And Republican candidate Curtis Sliwa wrote in part, quote, "I'm the only candidate with the courage to restore law and order in New York City."
Fox's CB Cotton in New York. Hurricane Aaron's weakened a bit down to Category 3 strength, but it still could cause plenty of damage, with winds currently up to 125 miles an hour. Aaron reached Cat's 5 strength before weakening. Forecasters say the storm will move away from the East Coast. America's listening to Fox News.
Listen to the all-new Bret Baier podcast featuring Common Ground, in-depth talks with lawmakers from opposite sides of the aisle, along with all your Bret Baier favorites like his all-star panel and much more. Available now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
2 American tourists drowned just hours apart at Carnival Cruise Line's private Bahamas resort on Friday. Lifeguards responded to Celebration Key on Grand Bahama Island, one at the beach, one in a lagoon. The victims were a 79-year-old man and a 74-year-old woman. Authorities are investigating. Autopsies are underway. Carnival says its care team is assisting the families. The $600 million getaway opened less than a month ago. National Guard troops from more states are headed to Washington, D.C. to take part in President Trump's crime crackdown. The administration claims the homeless, drug addicts, and gangs of teens are causing chaos in the nation's capital. More from Fox's Rebecca Castor.
3 red state governors have agreed to send soldiers to the nation's capital. 300 to 400 are coming from West Virginia, 150 from Ohio, and 200 from South Carolina. They'll be helping the 800 D.C. National Guardsmen and the hundreds of federal agents already here patrolling the streets after Trump federalized the city's police force on Monday. The effort has led to over 240 arrests so far and 38 illegal guns taken off the streets. But D.C.'s mayor isn't too happy the military is involved. She posted on X, American soldiers and airmen policing American citizens on American soil is hashtag un-American.
The U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C. claims black teens are the victims of gun violence. Capital City has sued the Trump administration to end the federal takeover of its police force. Pope Leo XIV spent the last Sunday of his summer vacation with refugees, the homeless, and poor people. The leader of the world's Roman Catholics celebrated at a special mass for them, and he invited them to the Vatican's lakeside estate for a luncheon of lasagna and roast veal. Over 100 people who were cared for by the Caritas Church charity attended. I'm Daria Albinger. This is Fox News.
This is Jason Chaffetz from the Jason in the House podcast. Join me every Monday to dive deeper into the latest political headlines and chat with remarkable guests.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com
or wherever you download podcasts.
Wake up, sunshine, it's a brand new day. Brad's got the stories that'll light your way. Take a smile on his face, he's ready to share. Good morning, Marianas. Feel the love in the air. Good morning, Marianas. Come join the fun. Together we'll shine like the morning sun.
With the waves crashing in, hear the oceans call. Brad brings the news that connects us all. From the islands to the world, those kind of weird. Good morning, Marianas, the best time of year.
Good morning, Marianas. Let's start the day. Laughter and stories, come what may.
Alrighty, welcome back, Marianas. It is 8:32 in the morning, and we are just cruising along. It's a great one. It is a great one. 8:32 outside. Right now, it is looking good. Today's going to be a great one. We're looking at a high near 87 today. Right now, it's 82, and the humidity's 84% up there and falling over at the Saipan International Airport. We're looking at some mostly sunny skies throughout the day, but tonight, again, a little partly cloudy, low near 78. It's going to be pretty nice. Tomorrow, though, pack your umbrella, pack your raincoat. Tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit rainy. Today, by the way, we're expecting to have a little bit more excitement over here in studio because some of the top soccer players in the Marianas are going to be with us in studio. That's right. We've got folks who are going to be traveling off island. Our U23 team going to be traveling off, and they are going to be in studio with us here today. So we're going to be going overtime. We've got a busy morning today, and they're going to be here at 9 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, we're going to be live down the street at the Small Business Development Center. Is it center? Oh my gosh. Over just down the street, they're opening up they're doing the ribbon cutting for the incubator, and that's going to be really cool. So we'll be live with that today at 10 o'clock. After that, we're going to be heading out to a Comrel event with the U.S. Navy ship that's in town. So that's just today. That's if nothing else happens. That's what we got going on today. So get ready for all that. You like fishing? Because I like fishing. Well, there's a big tournament going on this weekend, and you could be a part of it. Now, there is a whole bunch of stuff going on for it this week. You don't want to miss out. If you want to get in, you can even just get in the raffle, and you don't have to be there. You can win a brand new motor for your boat. You can get the motor and build your boat around it. Imagine you got one of those homemade boats that are out there on the side of the road, and you put this sucker on there. Oh my goodness. Anyway, $25 for the raffle tickets for that. And it's going to be great stuff. It is the 7th annual Isla Mafuti Derby.
and it's going to be great. And if you're going to register, you got to do it soon because the rules briefing, it's mandatory. It's going to be this Thursday, 5:30, and it's going to be over at Minachamatao. But you want to register soon and as fast as you can. All the information's on the flyer right there. If you haven't seen it already, we're going to post it again. It's going to be a memorial for Tone Apa de Leon Guerrero. It's going to be happening again this weekend, this Saturday. So if you haven't registered already, you still can. But there are certain things you need to do, like attend the rules briefing that's going to be held at 5:30 p.m. this Thursday at Minachamatao, and you're going to be able to register there as well. So big time, big stuff happening. And man, mafuti, who doesn't like mafuti? Everybody likes mafuti. True, and they're so easy to cook. Oh man, a million different ways. It's just great stuff. All right. Whew, we were just talking pretty heavy about that. Actually, yeah, I know. I got to put it on here too. But we were just talking pretty heavy about that indictment for that former PSS employee who's allegedly conspired to steal hundreds of thousands of dollars for her and her mom, and trying to keep it under wraps before they got caught and before that got unsealed. Yikes. Well, that happened. It definitely happened. All right, well, speaking of the schools, a smooth transition is that, I know, it's not so smooth. I meant it to be a little bit more smooth. I'm talking about the traffic and buses. Sorry. But we got the Commonwealth Office of Transit Authority. They got the kind of buses that are working for us for sure. And look at the traffic right now. Imagine going to work and not having to drive with and deal with traffic. You can literally sit on these buses and get free aircon and free Wi-Fi while they take you from stop to stop. It's only $2 to get everywhere you need to go. And it's half price if you are Monamco, a veteran, active military, a student, or if you've got disabilities all over the place. Well, we're going to take a look at how it's going right now. Traffic over here approaching the old AK intersection, starting to back up a little bit all the way back to where we used to have a theater. It's not too bad, but you don't have to worry about it if you're on the bus. We're going to go look south over on Beach Road. Man, traffic's looking nice. This is the time you either want to be early to work or be this late, because if you're this late, you don't have to worry about anything. Everything through Chalumpiao looks great. All the way up to Guangdong Hardware, Monsignor Martinez looks great too. Man, the only congestion you're seeing is around the college intersection, and that's not even that bad. Of course, it is slowing down once you get to Mango 6. People have been waiting at the light over there by the college for a while. You know what I think it is? People are starting to just slow down and take selfies in front of that new student center that's going to be opening this year. I don't know the date. They might not know the date, but they did say that it is going to be opening this year. And so we got that going for us, which is nice. The only other slowdown is over there by the tennis courts, and it's not that bad. Just a few cars backing up over there by the lights at Middle Road and Navy Hill. And the rest of Middle Road, if you're heading south, there's a little congestion on your way down. Again, not too bad. But you could avoid all of it if you were on CODA's Blue Line. CODA's Blue Line is the way to go. Again, free aircon inside. You don't have to pay anything extra for that. You also don't have to pay for the Wi-Fi. Being able to get great Wi-Fi out there. And if you really want to know where it's going to be, you can go on their website and you can see exactly where the bus is. That's right. You can see where the bus is located. So while you're sitting at a bus stop, you know, hey, I got to get out of the rain, or hey, I can sit under this little shelter, or I got to be right out there. There's 4 buses on the route. Only 2 of them are running. The other 2 are just out there waiting in case there's an issue with one of the buses. They're able to pick up the slack. And that is one of the reasons why they won that national award for being the top rural small route service in the entire United States. They're killing it, and they're doing a great job for us. Again, it's only $2 to get anywhere you want to go, on the fixed route. If you're a student, veteran, active duty military, Monamco, or you've got disabilities, that's half off. It's only $1. And you can hop on this from 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 at night, except for weekends and holidays where they let the drivers go home with their family a little bit early. 6:30 in the morning to 8 p.m. Now, you got to pay an exact change, so don't go over there dropping Benjamins on people because they're not ready. Unless you got a whole lot of passengers you want to pay for with you. You're just not, they don't have any room for exact change for sure. So just keep that in mind when you're getting ready to go hop on the bus with Transit CNY. I love these guys. They do such a great job for our community and taking care of all the folks who need rides. And one day they're going to be coming to you. Man, I'll tell you what, I just saw this story in one of the other news outlets, and they were talking about, first of all, use the worst photo available for the new prosecutor. But the other one is that they posted a photo of the women's shelter for CarryDot. Like, you know, this is like the place you don't tell anybody where it is, right? Because you don't want, like, the people who are like victims of domestic abuse, they use this facility as a shelter, as a place to escape from a terrible situation, and they really try their best to not let people know where it is. Now, do some people know where it is? Yeah, absolutely. Does it get around? Yeah, maybe. But you can't, like, showing the photos of the building itself. It's like, gosh, darn it, why would you do that? Why would you say that this is the shelter? Like, again, victims of domestic abuse trying to get away from this kind of stuff. It's just tough to see. Anyway, what are you going to do? It's out there. That stuff happens. But we do have other good things going on outside. We have a lot of good programs that are happening all over the place. And, you know, we got to hear a little bit about them over the weekend. And we're going to be we've got a story that we're going to be sharing with you guys later this week about stuff like that. Also, there's another, you know, there's all kinds of folks who make a difference in our community that never get the fanfare. They never get all of the accolades. And you know them. You know them. So who are they? Let us know. We would love to help share their stories and tell people who that is. Let us know who you think is a hometown hero so we can help promote them and let other people know. Because they're not going to go out there and say, look at me, I'm doing all this great stuff. And if they do, it's not the same, right? Let us know who is a hometown hero for you guys. I'll tell you one, like there's one that's in the works right now. Mario Valentino, Triple J, dude is a hometown hero. He's getting something done that's taking place today. We're going to feature him later in the week also. It's good to see him yesterday at the ship. He's a member of the Armed Forces Committee too, for the Saipan Chamber of Commerce. But he's out there getting stuff done to help the folks, help some elementary school students get some books. You know, speaking of, not those books from One Legacy. Those things, that's different. That's different. But he's out there helping folks actively, trying to get some books that PSS ordered and never used. They were never used by the folks over there in Tinian. So they are going to be donating them to a school that will use these books. And it's such a great deal. It's such a great program that he's helping coordinate with the packing and the shipping from Tinian to Saipan, and then even the transportation in Saipan to the school. Just great stuff, man. I'm telling you, great, great stuff. Great coordination. So let us know, who is your hometown hero? Who is making a difference to the community in your eyes? Someone like Luisa Cabrera, who's out there on the weekends doing all of the Little League stuff, not just her kids' stuff. She's a board member for the Little League, and she goes out there and does stuff for the Little League for the whole weekend. Again, not just her kids' stuff. Like, how about that? Like, all the different age groups and everything like that. She does this stuff. Catherine Attal-Tovez, she's a hometown hero. She's a part of so many organizations and so many groups it's amazing to see what she does. Aside from being a great mom and wife and all that stuff, I know that's big enough on its own. But for the Wrestling Federation, for the Weightlifting Federation, for soccer, for Project Buddy Check, what she's doing with the Field of Heroes program. She's also part of our Armed Forces Committee for the Chamber. What else is she doing? She's just doing everything. And she's just wonderful. And she continues to make a difference in every organization she's a part of. I don't know how she does it. It is amazing. Yeah, Tobot, I'm telling you, she is the real MVP. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Hey, good morning, Jack. Thanks for tuning in. Great to see you. Pilingizetmo in the house. Great to see you as well. Petru, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Yep. Skip. I know, man. I'm telling you. I'm just catching up with some of your comments in the old YouTube or in the Facebook. Sorry about that. Zoom, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Who's that? Agriganja. I love it. I just had to see. I had to say it out in my head first, where I could even pronounce it. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. Oh no, wait. Is it really his birthday today? Let's find out. Maybe we should just cold call him and sing happy birthday. Maybe we should. Because you don't know if he's going to answer if you just cold call him. But happy birthday to John Gonzalez. John Oliver Gonzalez. I don't know if he runs, but he definitely jogs. J-O-G, but I know it needs work. But anyway, happy birthday, John Gonzalez. And I hope that today is your best birthday yet. Hope you have a great one today. I know he does not have an easy job up there at the governor's office, taking all kinds of questions from all of us media types. And good morning, Carmen. Thanks for tuning in. Great to see you. And Randy, man, I meant to say hi to you earlier and I didn't. Randy Rosario in the house, at least from the very beginning. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us today as well. All right, guys, just a real quick reminder. We do have the phone lines are open, and you guys can give us a ring. The number, okay, we already did that one. You guys can give us a call at 789-2323, 789-2323. All right, now it is about that time of year when we get excited about the National Football League. That's right, it is fantasy football season. We had our fantasy football draft for our Saipan League yesterday. There are other ones for sure that'll be coming out. I don't know if you've already done it. If you're in a fantasy football league, if you don't know what fantasy football is, they got these fantasy leagues for any kind of sport. And it's another way to enjoy the sport that you watch and that you love and all that stuff. So basically what you end up doing, you get a bunch of guys, you add a bunch of beer, and everything else works out. You do a draft where each of you takes an intern and you pick a guy, and that's the guy in your roster. But they do it where you have like $200. It's not real money. It's like a digital money that counts for nothing in the real world. And you bid on each players. And you have to fill out your roster with 16 players, and you've got $200 to do that with. And some players you really want because you know they're going to score a bunch of points. And so people bid on how much you can get. But the thing is, the more money that you spend on that really, really great player means it hurts you for all the other players you're going to get. So you got to balance all that stuff out. So yesterday, we ended up having our draft for our league, and I'm pretty stoked about it. I feel like I got a pretty good team. At the very least, I shouldn't be last place, and that's, you either want to be first or not last. Those are the two positions to finish in any fantasy football league. Because if you finish first, you win the prize money, the accolades, the bragging rights, all that stuff. If you finish last in a fantasy football league, there could be all kinds of penalties that fall upon you. For our league, one, if you finish last, you have to buy all of the beverages for the next year's draft party. That's one. Number two, everybody else gets to vote on your team's name for the next season. So the goal is to make that a little embarrassing. There could be all kinds of other things. A lot of drafts around the country like have people doing some really goofy stuff. Here, fantasy football penalties. Last place punishments. That's what we're looking for here. Let's see. Last place punishments. Last place punishments. There are a lot of... That's probably one of the best. It's funny. It's too bad we don't have billboards here because this is such a great photo. Let's see if I can't... Can I open it and make this a bigger image so that you guys can see this too? Hold on. Open image in a new tab. Yes. This is awesome. Too bad we don't have billboards here because this would be an awesome. Oh, geez. This would be an awesome punishment. This is somebody who finished last in their fantasy football league. The folks in the league took out a billboard. They put the guy's face on there. Can you just imagine? I love this as a penalty. I think that's just awesome. That is just awesome. I don't think you can. I think that is just. That's what life is supposed to be like. That is just great. Oh no. No wonder. I was wondering, like, why does this look so funny on here? Oh, because I blew it up on the wrong one at first. Anyway, so yeah, sorry about your luck there, Eric, but that is pretty dang funny. Your friend's got a great sense of humor. So this is what you're getting yourself into. So that's the mentality of the guys that you're going to end up being in these kind of leagues with. Well, anyway, that's why the main thing is you don't want to be last place. Is that the only kind of punishment? No. There's other ones. I've seen videos of guys who've had to do, let's see if I can find a video of last place punishments. And just to see, I don't want to hear stories about it. Yeah, I mean, you got pictures of guys who like end up having to stand at intersections with signs saying that they suck at whatever fantasy football league that they're in and all that. It definitely makes it fun to be stupid. So anyway, let's talk about the team I got. Feel pretty good. If you're a 49ers fan, you got to be happy because I got your quarterback. I got two quarterbacks. And so I got Josh Allen and I've got Brock Purdy. So basically, you can only play all those 16 players. You can't play all 16 players. You can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can play 7 players plus your defense, and that's it. So the other guys, you got like your starters and your bench. So you got all that to be able to fill out your whole roster, right? So Josh Allen, my starter, Brock Purdy, great quarterback also, got him as my backup. Wide receivers, it's going to be a little rough for me probably. DK Metcalf and Jacoby Myers are the starters that I got going in this week. Then I got a couple of Buffalo Bills on the old bench. I got Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir. Also have Trey Harris for the Chargers. Not sure what he's going to do in his rookie season, but I'm hoping that he turns out to be pretty good. Running backs, got Kyron Williams and Bucky Irving. Kyron Williams with the LA Rams and Bucky Irving with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Backup running backs, who do I got? Jerome Ford. I know. I also got Jaylen Warren, though. I think Jaylen Warren's going to do a lot more this year for the Steelers. See how that rolls out. But right now, then I got tight end, the top guy in the league, Brock Bowers. For the Las Vegas Raiders. See how he does with Geno this year. And for the backup tight end, got Mark Andrews. So when either one goes out, I should have a pretty good fill-in. Running back, also got James Conner for Arizona. So I got him in the flex. So right now I got 3 good running backs, I think, for my who are going to be starting in the on opening week. So I'm going with Josh Allen, DK Metcalf, Jacoby Myers, Bucky Irving, Kyron Williams, James Conner at the flex, and Brock Bowers at tight end. And for defense, try to save some money on that one. So I got the Steelers as the starter. My backup is Seattle. So that's what we're going with. Fantasy football to go with this week. Yahoo said that I should win my league going 14-0 based on this roster. That's how they graded it. Is that how it's going to be? No. There's no way. Because anything can happen. I did go undefeated doing this before. But you got to have a good roster, but anything can happen. Players can get injured, and they could have off weeks. Then you got to manage the bye week and all that stuff. The other one is, there were weeks when I scored the second lowest amount of points, but I still won because the guy I just happened to be matched up against with that week was the guy who scored the least amount of points. All by chance. If I would have played anybody else that week, I would have lost that week. So there's nothing that you can bank on with this stuff. Anyway, I love it. It's fantasy football. It's going to be a little fixture for what we've got going on this season. We're going to be covering NFL like we haven't before. I love it. I am a hardcore football fan. And boy, I just happen to be wearing the Bills shirt today. And I wasn't even thinking about that. But that is, it's going to be one of the things that we'll be covering a lot more during the year this year, and I'm looking forward to it. Last year we had the pick'em contest. I don't know if I'm going to go that deep into it this year because it's going to be tough to do it, to get everybody's picks and keep them going and all that stuff. But either way, we're definitely going to be following every week and see how this stuff rolls out. All right, well, we're creeping up toward 9 o'clock. Our guests should be coming in here soon today, talk some soccer with us as they're going to be leaving. They're having a big send-off on Tuesday night, and we can't go to the big send-off because we have a special show happening here, and that's exciting to me because it's the return of Off the Hill with Marissa Flores. That's right. She's going to be in here on Tuesday with special guest, U.S. Congresswoman Kimberly King Hines. That's going to be tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Going to be live here on the NMI News Service. It'll be here in the studio. It won't be me sitting at this desk, but it will be me sitting behind a desk and making sure I'm going to be producing for them as they talk about all of the topics that are facing the CNMI and seeing how things are going between these two women who are elected into important positions to look over our CNMI. So this is going to be tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I love being able to do this kind of stuff. So it's Off the Hill when Marissa Flores resumes tomorrow night. And boy, it's one of my favorite shows. I love watching Representative Flores come in here and talk with folks. It's a great conversation. It's a real frank conversation where, again, they do have microphones there, but they are not going to be talking about like they do in Congress. Hey, good morning. Morning. Welcome, welcome. All right. So they are going to be able to talk about everything that's happening, and they're pretty frank about it, pretty straight up. Some great conversation. All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. It is 8:58. We're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to have some of our future legends of NMI soccer right here with us in studio. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Got Medicaid? Paradise Dental's got you covered. We've got you covered from the moment you walk in the door with some of Saipan's best smiles. Medicaid covers your fillings, your extractions, and your checkups with no out-of-pocket expense. And Medicaid covers all of your x-rays without any additional cost to you. So remember, if you've got Medicaid, you're covered. Don't wait for a toothache. Call Paradise Dental today. Come here often.
Hi, I'm Shauna Brenfleck, nurse practitioner and owner of Island Skin Solutions and Wellness Clinic. We are Saipan's only medical spa offering a wide range of services to meet your unique skincare goals. We offer exclusive medical grade skincare products that can only be purchased from a licensed medical professional. We also have the CNMI's only master esthetician who offers new patient consultations that include a mini facial tailored to your needs. Schedule your consultation today to get started on your skincare journey.
Friends, I'm Daria Albinger. Fox News. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky will meet with President Trump tomorrow at the White House. And Fox's Jared Halpern says the leader of the war-torn nation will have backup.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky returns to the White House for the first time since that infamous Oval Office meeting in February. This time, he'll be joined by European and NATO leaders, including European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, French President Emmanuel Macron, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, and Finnish President Alexander Stubb. President Trump is expected to outline the contours of a potential peace agreement to end the war in Ukraine following his Friday summit in Alaska with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Jared Halpern, Fox News.
The NYPD is looking into a deadly shooting early this morning at a Brooklyn nightclub.
Investigators say at least 4 people opened fire at the Brooklyn Lounge in what they believe is a gang-related shooting. Community crisis management teams have now been dispatched to escalate tensions among gangs. The shooting is a reminder of a key issue for voters in the upcoming mayoral election, which is less than 3 months out. Zohran Mamdani, who has walked back his previous comments on defunding the police, praised first responders this morning, and then later today doubled down on his campaign promise to bring violence interrupters to New Yorkers through a new city agency he wants to create. And Republican candidate Curtis Sliwa wrote in part, quote, "I'm the only candidate with the courage to restore law and order in New York City."
Fox's CB Cotton in New York. Hurricane Aaron's weakened a bit down to Category 3 strength, but it still could cause plenty of damage, with winds currently up to 125 miles an hour. Aaron reached Cat's 5 strength before weakening. Forecasters say the storm will move away from the East Coast. America's listening to Fox News.
This is Jimmy Fallon, inviting you to join me for Fox Across America, where we'll discuss every single one of the Democrats' dumb ideas. Just kidding. It's only a 3-hour show. Listen live at noon Eastern or get the podcast at foxacrossamerica.com.
2 American tourists drowned just hours apart at Carnival Cruise Line's private Bahamas resort on Friday. Lifeguards responded to Celebration Key on Grand Bahama Island, one at the beach, one in a lagoon. The victims were a 79-year-old man and a 74-year-old woman. Authorities are investigating. Autopsies are underway. Carnival says its care team is assisting the families. The $600 million getaway opened less than a month ago. National Guard troops from more states are headed to Washington, D.C. to take part in President Trump's crime crackdown. The administration claims the homeless, drug addicts, and gangs of teens are causing chaos in the nation's capital. More from Fox's Rebecca Castor.
3 red state governors have agreed to send soldiers to the nation's capital. 300 to 400 are coming from West Virginia, 150 from Ohio, and 200 from South Carolina. They'll be helping the 800 D.C. National Guardsmen and the hundreds of federal agents already here patrolling the streets after Trump federalized the city's police force on Monday. The effort has led to over 240 arrests so far and 38 illegal guns taken off the streets. But D.C.'s mayor isn't too happy the military is involved. She posted on X, American soldiers and airmen policing American citizens on American soil is hashtag un-American.
The U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C. claims black teens are the victims of gun violence. The capital city has sued the Trump administration to end the federal takeover of its police force. Pope Leo XIV spent the last Sunday of his summer vacation with refugees, the homeless, and poor people. The leader of the world's Roman Catholics celebrated at a special mass for them, and he invited them to the Vatican's lakeside estate for a luncheon of lasagna and roast veal. Over 100 people who were cared for by the Caritas Church charity attended. I'm Daria Albinger. This is Fox News.
Hey, I'm Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy Podcast. I hope you will join me every Tuesday and Thursday as we navigate life together and hopefully find ourselves a little bit better on the other side.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near.
All right, good morning, Marianas, and welcome back. It is 9:07 in the morning over here in Saipan, and it is a beautiful day. We're looking at some great weather for the rest of the day, too. Tomorrow it's going to be a little bit rainy, but right now, 82 degrees out at the Saipan International Airport. Humidity's at 84% and dropping. The higher that sun gets, the lower that humidity gets. It's going to be a great one today. Looking at a high near 87 with a nice breeze. But tomorrow, remember, pack your umbrella, pack your jacket, everything that you need. It's going to be scattered showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny skies tomorrow, 40% chance of rain, and gusts as high as 21 miles an hour. It's going to be a little nasty. It's going to be a little dirty, but hey, you know, that's how it works. Sometimes that's how it works in soccer. Well, at least if you're playing against our team, it does. But these guys do things a little bit different. Instead of playing like scrappy old guys who are out of shape, these guys practice like they play with all kinds of skill and touch and talent, stuff that I haven't seen in my whole life. So look at these guys here. We've got some of the representatives from the CNMI's U23 soccer team. I want to say welcome to you guys. Thanks for joining us this morning. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Well, could you tell us, let's get started at least by letting everybody know who you guys are and what position you guys are playing.
My name is Kotaro Goto, and I play the center attacking mid.
I play Takeru. Takeru, and I play striker mostly. Dev Bachani, and then I play striker or left wing.
My name is Merrick Tovis, and I'm a goalkeeper.
Man, by the way, do you ever get to see your mom? She volunteers for everything. She's in like every organization, helping you guys out, but helping everybody out. She's like the hometown hero out here in Saipan. It's awesome. All right, hey, so let's. You guys are getting ready to go and represent the NMI in a big tournament. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so we've been training for probably a year now, getting the squad ready to leave to Japan for our training camp next week, or this coming week, and then going to AFC for our AFC U23s in China. So we're all excited. We're all hyped to be here and join the team, and so we're all excited and stoked to be a part of this team.
That is awesome. I know you guys are younger guys, but you're not like kids. Like, how old are you guys?
I'm 21.
17. I just turned 20 this year.
And I'm turning 21 this year.
My goodness. I mean, all these baby faces representing us. And it's really cool because, when soccer started, when we first got everything going out here like 20 years ago in the Marianas, our adult men's team was a bunch of old dudes. Like, I started playing soccer that year. Just because I heard we were going to have tryouts and all this other stuff. So I started playing soccer at 32, which is insane, right? There's nobody on your squads that's even remotely close to any of those, right? So, like, how old are the rest of your teammates? Probably about the same?
Yeah, pretty similar. I think most of the squad is pretty young. So, like, me and Merrick are, like, probably one of the oldest players. And, it's a pretty young squad, but we're excited.
You guys probably don't really notice like the old guys playing, but we've seen you guys coming up, whether as your coaches or coaching other kids or just watching our kids playing. You guys are on the same team, so it's kind of cool to see you guys develop. This guy probably doesn't remember, but I remember seeing him up at the Navy Hill field playing when we were playing little pickup stuff over there by Brilliant Star on the field. Yeah, and I'm like, man, this little kid, and you were a little kid then, right? And I'm like, man, this dude's got some skills already. And look at him, crushing it in 5Ks, and then going out there and winning in the NMI stuff. But so you guys all play on club teams too?
Yes.
All right. So what clubs do you guys play with?
So I play for Laddie FC. It was previously Tan Holdings.
I play for MPU. Same MPU.
Panoa.
Yeah. So you guys spread it out a little bit, so you guys get to play against each other on that and get to really play like the higher level stuff, but against each other. Same thing that happened for us too. Our coaches are like, oh, you guys got to play as much as you can so you can learn how to play some soccer. You can't just be fit. So do you like playing against each other in the when you guys do it in the leagues and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun playing against these guys because we're always talking behind and just having fun on the field.
Yeah.
It's some of the best matchups that we have, the best rivalries were when we would play against our teammates on the other team. And I still remember Pete Hoke, man. He was great outside mid for us. And if I was playing back, or if I was on mid playing on, I'll never forget it. He hated me because I'd get his feet a lot, basically. He's just too quick. But you guys probably don't have that issue because you guys are just good. All right, so let's talk about who you guys are going to be playing in this upcoming tournament.
So we're going to be playing Australia, China, and Timor-Leste.
What?
Timor-Leste.
Oh, wow. You guys are not playing against small places at all.
No.
And this is pretty big. Have you guys, when you're doing this kind of training, like how many days a week are you guys practicing together?
This month we recently got into 4 days of training per week. It was usually 3 days until our coach Durs, decided to make it 4 days per week. Yeah.
So that's got to be tough. I mean, you guys are all old enough to drive and stuff. You're driving too, Takaro?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's easy, but you still got to count on your folks to give you the support to be able to do that kind of stuff. I mean, you got to think about, you got your gear, packing stuff before you go. Laundry, you guys got to have crazy laundry for all your practice stuff. And if you got 4 a week, I mean, I'm guessing you don't have 4 sets of socks, and maybe socks, but probably not 4 sets of training jerseys. And you guys got to be uniform in training too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a whole lot of laundry at the house. You got to get some love for that. Yeah. Is that all mom helping you guys out, or are you guys doing your own laundry?
No.
We're doing it.
I'm sure it's a good mix. a lot of you guys have been playing together for a long time now, too, right? It's one of the benefits that you guys have, of having the FA being around for like 20 years now. We're really getting to see the kids who started in the program right from the program as they had it and build their way up together as a unit. You guys have a whole different level of cohesion that we've never had before in the Marianas, and it's really cool to see. Do you feel like you get that extra level of comfortability with each other? Like, can you be more creative when you're playing with guys that you've played with for a long time?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I've played alongside with Merrick and Dev for a while, so being on the field, I've already kind of established how they play and how we should all play with each other on the field.
Yeah, and you could probably give each other a look, like you know that you're like if you've got going on runs when nobody passes to you sucks, right? Yeah. I mean, I know you got to do the decoy stuff and all that, but like when you know that somebody's going to go and you make that eye contact and you can go for it, that you're going to get that ball, like that's got to be like the greatest thing, especially you guys playing up on top. All right, so who do you guys been playing with? Like, who are some of the other guys on your team?
Sure.
That's the headphones. They're playing a little bit too loud there. All right. Do you know some of your other teammates?
So one of them is my brother, Marcus Tovis, where he's a midfielder also alongside Kotaro, the Takro. We got one of the oldest ones in our group, Aloy Angeles. He's the oldest one in our group, and it's gonna be his first AFC.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so your first AFC. Is there anyone from off island who's joining you guys?
If you count me and him, we
came from college.
Yeah.
Oh, where are you guys going to school?
I go to Soka University of America in California.
And I go to Raisa. It's a school in London, and it's a U.S. college, but it's in UK.
So how did you hear about this place?
So recently, I was supposed to go to a different school that Christopher and Enzo offered me to, but then my mom said no because it was too much money. So it was supposed to be me going to the States, but then the old recruiter of my school, asked my mom if I can like try and come, and my mom decided like actually let's give it a shot. So yeah.
So when you're going to school, you get recruited for a school in the UK. How does it work? Does an owl come to your house?
Oh no. It was by email. My mom got an email from the recruiter.
Awesome. And how you enjoying it over there?
It's good. The weather this year was actually better than the 2 years I've been there. And sorry, there it's football, but for us it's soccer. So over there playing soccer or football, it's pretty good. The intensity is better and the quality is good.
Are you guys playing on grass? Are you guys playing?
No, we play on turf, but sometimes it depends on the teams, because there's one team that we play on grass, and there's also a different league that if we need to play on grass, then we have to. Yeah.
And when you're doing all that, is it a big international team, or is it mostly like guys from the UK?
Yeah, it's international. There's a lot of people from the US. There's me from here. Some people from that's Spanish. I think I have 2 friends that are from the Bahamas.
Wow.
Yeah, one person from Africa, and some people also from Europe. Yeah.
And so, what are you studying in school? What's your major?
Sports management.
Great. How about you?
Psychology.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's going to be helpful on the team too. At least you can communicate with your teammates probably a little bit better.
Definitely.
Now, how about you guys? You're 17, so where are you going to school?
MHS, Marianas High School.
Wow. So school's starting for you pretty soon.
Yeah.
You're going to miss the beginning of school, right?
Yeah.
For this? All right. That's good reason to play soccer right there.
Yeah.
Dev, what you got going on?
I used to go to Park University, but I dropped out and started a business in Guam.
Really?
Yeah.
So how do you like, you're playing a lot in Guam.
Yeah.
They got some crazy intense leagues over there compared to here, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the talent's pretty good, like for the top league?
Yeah, I feel like the club culture there is really good. So It's not mostly national team players. It's a bunch of local players playing in the clubs, and everyone has like a different style, so you could learn a lot. Yeah.
Do you see though that there's some national guys that play or that used to play? Because you know what I noticed when we were following like the guys from Guam, the guys would practice and play with the national team for a while, and then then they would just kind of like be bored with it or something, and then just go off and do other stuff in life and not continue to try to stay on there. So do you have a lot of guys who are like that who have played with the national program?
Yeah, and most of them just move to the clubs and just play with the clubs. Like they prefer clubs for some reason. I think because like the mindset of the clubs as well, like they're not just like, oh, you go Sunday, you play. They also like travel. They focus on like getting better, and yeah.
That sounds like that would be awesome if we were doing that here, right? And maybe at least we don't really have like an inter-island tournament. Like I know we do it for the national stuff. Sometimes like clubs like MPU, right? It's the Vivid Blue team that will come out and play and stuff like that. But like if we did something like that at the adult level now, I mean, you guys being old enough, I know you guys are in college and you're out there in Guam being able to do all this stuff. Like that could be something that we could figure out. Do you guys play? Is it Harmon where you guys play, or do you go to Leo Palace?
I think Harmon, the big field, the main field.
It's a great facility out there, right? It was a little not so great after the typhoon. Were you out there for that, Mowar?
I wasn't there, but yeah, the lights are still not up, but the grass is perfectly fine.
Nice.
Yeah, just the lights.
Oh, well, not too bad. So it's got to be cool for all you guys getting back together again for this tournament. How's it feel to be back home for all you guys?
Yeah, it's fun.
It's great to be back. Yeah. So yeah, especially coming from Cali, it's always nice to be back and be with the guys again.
Yeah. And how about telling everybody that you're leaving, you're going back to go represent the NMI in places and put that uniform on? What's that like?
For my school, I just tell them that it's like for us, it's a small country, so it's kind of easy to get in the national team.
Mm-hmm.
But then they still take it. They still tell me that it's actually pretty good. That even though it's a small country, you still got an opportunity to represent your country. Unlike if you play for a club, it's not really for your national team. It's club wise, but representing the country, even though it's a small island, is still pretty good.
It is. It's pretty awesome. You know. So funny enough, you're right. It is easier when you're here, but if you don't put the time in and you don't show up, like if you're one of those guys, you get hurt, or maybe you don't get hurt, you don't feel like going, it's like, coach, I can't make it, I'm not feeling well. Like they put other kind of like, when you guys were here, put different kind of like standard for you guys for showing up if you're hurt or sick or anything?
Yeah, usually like if you are out, usually you still come to training just to do your rehab and everything, and coaches definitely keep you on point with attendance and everything. So
it shows that you're still committed to the team.
Well, and you guys coming back here to do this says a lot too about the commitment to the players. If you are putting in that work, there's a lot of kids growing up playing here. They look up to you guys as examples for all this. And maybe they've got aspirations. Even the kids who are playing in those developmental teams right now, the U15s, the U16s, and all that kind of stuff. What would you tell them about their chances for maybe getting on one of these teams?
Honestly, I'd say just keeping consistent with everything that you're doing, putting in the extra work besides just the national team or club training. I think that's one thing that stuck out for me. Just being able to work hard, even if you don't want to be there, still showing up, putting in the effort, and giving 100%. It'll go a long way.
Yes?
Pretty much the same thing.
All right, so when you guys aren't playing soccer, so like that 5 hours a week when you're not playing soccer, what do you guys do? What are your other interests that you guys got?
For me, I also play basketball and volleyball. So this summer I was playing volleyball for this company league I work under at the NMIFA as a goalkeeper coach, and they asked me to play volleyball with them. So I said yes, because playing volleyball it's another sport that I do miss playing, but then once you commit to a different sport, it's hard to play for the sport that you also like playing. And
Do that.
In Guam, it's usually just business and then soccer. When I come back here, I get to relax, play like other sports, or go to the gym. just get better.
Nice.
I usually play other sports like swimming and running. Yeah.
I also love to gym, and then also like spending time with my family, because being away is pretty hard sometimes. So being able to come back, spend time with my family and friends is always nice.
That's got to be a challenge. You know, at least when you're in school, there's a lot going on. If you're over there in Guam, do you got family over there in Guam, or just?
It was just me, but then my sister recently moved there because she wanted to also help out with the business.
Nice.
So yeah, now it's me and my sister there.
What's your business?
Jewelry business.
Really?
Yeah, same
No.
one as the one here, but I just moved it there.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so you got like all the social medias and everything that we tell everybody?
Yeah, my girlfriend's working on it, but it's up if you want to look it up.
We will. We'll totally.
At AG Star Jewelry.
All right, what is it?
At AG Star Jewelry.
AG Star?
Jewelry.
Jewelry? Yeah. All right, hold on. Let's try and find it. AG Star. See if I can actually spell it right. I didn't actually do it, I don't think. Hold on. Yeah, while you guys sit there and watch me type everything, we'll just see. We got to give it a follow at least. So AG Star Jewelry. Kapow. Slow internet speeds today. Well, we're going to find it. If I can't find it right now, we're going to find it after we get out the show. Don't worry about that. And we're going to give you guys a follow. We're on IG.
Yeah, IG.
All right, cool. Yeah, we'll get on there in a little bit. All right, so, you know, you're going to play AFC stuff. What do you guys hope? What's the, you know, the expectations from what you guys are going to be able to pull off with this one?
Going against, so most of us, we played against Australia. Some of us hasn't. For China, it's gonna be my fourth time playing against them with Kataro, Dev, but for our first time it's gonna be against Timor-Leste. That's the team that we have not played against, and I think it's been like 5 years since we played against them. That the last time we played against them was Sunjun Tenorio. That's the last time Timor-Leste and NY played against. But this tournament, we're looking for good results, trying to make history, especially that. This is our first U20, especially for NMI. It's NMI's first time competing in the U20 tournament for AFC.
Wow, that's great. I'm excited to see how you guys end up doing, and we should be able to see a lot of this stuff online as the games are playing. And so once I get that schedule, I'll try and make it a point to broadcast all of them here too. And if I can get your roster from your squads, then I could do a little play-by-play from here too, which would be a lot of fun. And man, I'll tell you, yeah, you guys mentioned like, hey, you used to play on the team. I'm like, yeah, but like again, I came in because I thought it was a cool thing. Like I was not really a soccer player, you know. I was doing all this other stuff, being all fit and all that stuff a long time ago. But it was such an honor to play for the islands where you're from. To play for a flag, you know, and to wear those uniforms, knowing that it's not just a club team and all that stuff. And you guys have done such a great job coming up through the whole system and representing us well. Dude, you guys make us proud whenever you guys take the field, and we're really excited to watch you guys play.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now the next step is, you guys, you know, soccer, football is a big deal all over the place. There's video games all over. Have you guys seen your names on any video games or anything yet?
No.
No.
All right, I'm on a video game. I'm on Football Manager 24. It's terrible because they still have like my current age and everything like that. Like I'm still an active member of the team, so my rating is really probably accurate. It's really low. It's really, really low. But you guys absolutely deserve to be on that kind of a stuff. You know, for all this stuff. And well, hey, before we go, I know you guys got stuff to do. Any shout outs?
We did forget to mention that we're gonna meet three more players that's off island. One of them was here, but he just went back to his college for preseason, and that's his name is Junjun. And we're also gonna meet two more players that's gonna meet us in Japan, which is Cody Shimizu and RJ Navarez. Yeah, so we're meeting 3 more off-island players in Japan.
Wow, that's great. Well, I mean, that's something that we didn't have. You know, we didn't have any off-island talent. There was a bunch of guys here who really, some people had played, some people hadn't, but we were ready to run through a wall for our coach and for our teammates. That was just it. So you guys really classing it up and making us look really good out there on the international stage. We're all excited for it. You got the big send-off tomorrow night. I would love to be there, but that's one of the reasons why we got this today, because I can't make it there tomorrow night. Like, I want to be there. I'm going to see if I can't get someone else to help us out for the coverage on it. But we have like a regular scheduled show here tomorrow night. So anyway, want to wish you guys the best of luck, and we'll be watching you guys from here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. All right, those are our U23 boys that are going to go represent us overseas. We're going to be playing some real football, not the way that we do it on Sundays and the way we hydrate afterwards. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up for the show today. I want to say thanks to our guests for making it in here with us today. Thanks to you guys for tuning in, and we'll send you off. We'll get you guys the latest update from the news. Let's see if the new one is in there yet. It is refreshing. Yes, it is. So we're going to get you. We'll get you out of here with the latest news update, and then we're going to call it a day. Thanks for tuning in. Good morning, Marianas. We'll be back again at 10 o'clock with a live stream from the ribbon cutting for the Small Business Development Center. Take care, Marianas. See you in a little bit.
Following his meeting Friday with Russia's President Vladimir Putin in Alaska.
8 European leaders, including Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, are coming here to the White House to meet with President Trump with the goal of ending the war. And Secretary of State Marco Rubio says that's not going to be easy.
These are hard issues that remain. The conversation about where the territorial lines are going to be, questions about long-term security guarantees and who Ukraine can have military alliances with, things like that. These are difficult things, but I do believe we made progress in narrowing down the issue set, but there's a lot of work that remains.
Now, President Trump's summit in Alaska with Vladimir Putin ended without a ceasefire. Russia's war in Ukraine continues today. Today in Brussels, Zelensky met with other European leaders, some virtually from the Riviera.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson reporting from the White House. Protesters took to the streets in Israel's capital today, demanding an end to the fighting with Hamas in Gaza. As Fox's Jeff Paul reports from Tel Aviv.
Hundreds of thousands turning out all throughout Israel for this National Day of Stoppage under the unified message to bring all the hostages home now. And in some cases, blocking streets. Earlier in the day, blocking a major highway. And that's when Israeli police moved in, making some arrests and even using water cannons in some cases to get the crowd to move on. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu seemingly responding. He says anyone calling for an end to the war without defeating Hamas is only hardening Hamas's position, delaying the release of the hostages and ensuring the October 7th attack will be repeated.
Concerns continue about a humanitarian crisis in Gaza. More than 100 people have died as the result of malnutrition, according to the UN. The Gaza Health Ministry says more than 60,000 Palestinians have died since the start of the war. America is listening to Fox News.
Listen to the all-new Brett Baier podcast featuring Common Ground, in-depth talks with lawmakers from opposite sides of the aisle, along with all your Brett Baier favorites like his all-star panel and much more. Available now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
9 teenagers have been charged in a deadly South Carolina shooting that left a 16-year-old dead, as Fox's Madison Scarpino reports.
Trey Dean Wright was killed back in June. Authorities found him lying in a roadway with multiple gunshot wounds, and he later died in the hospital. The next day, police arrested a 19-year-old man for his murder, and they arrested more and more teenagers as the weeks went on. Well, the local sheriff's office says that this all stemmed from a romantic rivalry. 19-year-old Devin Raper is accused of pulling the trigger during an argument with Wright. The victim's 17-year-old girlfriend, Gianna Kistenmacher, is accused of bringing Raper to the scene, knowing he was armed and would likely kill her boyfriend. Prosecutors then filed more murder charges against 18-year-old Hunter Kendall, 18-year-old Corinne Belviso, 17-year-old Sydney Kearns, and 4 others.
The 4 others are not being named because they are reportedly juveniles. California lawmakers are expected to reveal their proposal for a new congressional map, while Texas House Speaker has issued a threat to Democrat lawmakers who are still at large. Fox's Christina Coleman reports.
Voters will decide whether to adopt the new districts in a special election in November. The move would bypass California's independent redistricting commission. California Democrats launched this campaign to counter the ongoing effort by President Donald Trump and Texas Republicans to flip 5 seats currently held by Democrats in the Lone Star State. It's part of a bigger effort by Republicans to keep the House majority in the midterm elections next year. Meantime, in Texas, a new special session got underway Friday afternoon, only a few hours after the Republican-dominated chamber wasn't able to reach a quorum because of the Democrats who fled the state to prevent any votes on congressional redistricting.
California's Governor Newsom has said the proposed Election Rigging Response Act will put new congressional maps up for 2026 and 2028 to a vote. I'm Jack Callahan. This is Fox News.
Hey, I'm Trey Gowdy, host of the Trey Gowdy podcast. I hope you will join me every Tuesday and Thursday as we navigate life together and hopefully find ourselves a little bit better on the other side.
Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcast.com.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Got Medicaid? Paradise Dental's got you covered. We've got you covered from the moment you walk in the door with some of Saipan's best smiles. Medicaid covers your fillings, your extractions, and your checkups with no out-of-pocket expense. And Medicaid covers all of your x-rays without any additional costs to you. So remember, if you've got Medicaid, you're covered. Don't wait for a toothache. Call Paradise Dental today. Come here often.
Hi, I'm Shauna Brenfleck, nurse practitioner and owner of Island Skin Solutions and Wellness Clinic. We are Saipan's only medical spa offering a wide range of services to meet your unique skincare goals. We offer exclusive medical grade skincare products that can only be purchased from a licensed medical professional. We also have the CNMI's only master esthetician, who offers new patient consultations that include a mini facial tailored to your needs. Schedule your consultation today to get started on your skincare journey.